This is Publishing Bootcamp Lesson 3. Lessons 2 and 1 are lower down in my profile. I'm not able to make a playlist because I don't have enough followers. That's the way it goes. Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm a best-selling author in Australia. I'm also a book publisher, former bookseller, former literary agent. I know a fair bit about books and publishing, and I'm making this series at the request of some people who said to me, how do I get published? They wanted to know some steps in order. So in the last video, I mentioned the importance of working out who your audience is, and this lesson is related to that. Because if you have thought about who your audience is and worked out what they need and what they want and what you can offer that is different to what is already on offer to them, then you will already be able to articulate what the hook is in your manuscript. Or rather in your story. And by hook, I mean what is different about the story you are writing. So I'm obviously talking mainly to fiction writers and to children's writers, I think, here. And it is the case that the majority of manuscripts we see are from novelists and children's writers. But this also applies to nonfiction writers, and it doesn't matter whether you are writing narrative nonfiction or what I call information delivery nonfiction. You need to offer something that is different to what is already available to readers or audience, if you prefer to think of them that way, as I do. I think it's really important to think about this before you start writing. Well before you start writing, because you may have this great story idea and then realize that it's not that different to everything else that's on offer. So that's going to make it really, really hard for you to get published, because a publisher or an agent is going to say, well, how is it different to this other book that's already out? And if it isn't different to the other book that's already out, how is it better? Because it will be the case that you have to be better than everything else that's on offer if you are writing something that is already available. So to recap, think about the hook for your manuscript, regardless of whether it's fiction, nonfiction, children's. And that is what makes the story you are planning to tell different to whatever else is out there. It doesn't have to be wildly different. It just needs to be different enough. And this will actually help you down the line when you're writing a pitch for your manuscript, because you'll be able to point to the hook straight away and say, well, that's how my story is different, and this is how I'm going to write about it and articulate it to people. So I hope that was helpful. Lesson 3, lesson 4 is coming up. I have over 30 points written down for this series, so it's going to take me a while. I hope they're all useful to you. If not, you can leave me a comment to that effect, and it will be good for the algorithm. Stumbling over my words. Okay, bye.